$150 billion defense surge. A Golden Dome missile shield to protect America from land, sea, air, and space. Senators say it's about peace through strength. Critics warn it's a fantasy that could spark a global arms race. New taxes, new tech, new threats. Is America building a fortress in the sky or setting the stage for a new Cold War? The trillion-dollar gamble that could redefine 21st-century warfare. Republicans in the United States Congress are preparing to introduce a sweeping $150 billion defense package aimed at significantly expanding the country's military capabilities amid rising global security concerns. According to a document and a congressional aide cited by Reuters, the measure would provide an initial $27 billion boost to President Donald Trump's controversial Golden Dome missile defense shield. The defense package would come in addition to the already approved $886 billion national security budget for 2025, and will be tied to Trump's sweeping tax cuts bill, which proposes to cut taxes by about $5 trillion and add approximately $5.7 trillion to the federal government's debt over the next decade. Senate Armed Services Committee Chairman Roger Wicker told Reuters that the measure was designed to address the military's most pressing needs. Wicker said it was focused on supercharging key areas such as naval shipbuilding, missile defense, and space sensing, as well as strengthening the country's military presence, particularly in the Indo-Pacific. Strength, particularly in the Indo-Pacific, will make China less eager to break the status quo, which has led to vast global prosperity among people who've never had it before. This is part of a plan to prevent war. Republican leaders of the House and Senate Armed Services Committees have hammered out the legislation, which could be unveiled on April 25th, according to the congressional aide. The $27 billion investment in the Golden Dome system will fund the building of more missile interceptors and the purchase of Terminal High Altitude Area Defense, or Third Anti-Ballistic Missile Batteries. The THUD is manufactured by Lockheed Martin. Mike Rogers, chairman of the House Armed Services Committee, said we're revitalizing our defense industrial base, strengthening our ability to deter adversaries like China, and giving our service members the support they deserve. Rogers confirmed that the bill would move through the House Armed Services Committee next week with the goal of delivering it to the president's desk as soon as possible. That U.S. President Trump has told the Pentagon to take another look at missile defense. Technology to shoot down missiles has existed for decades. But the kind of missile shield Trump is looking to build would be much more complex and expensive. Experts and an executive order signed by the U.S. president confirmed that a key part of the new missile defense system, which Trump termed Golden Dome in a speech earlier this year, will likely be space-based interceptors that a number of defense companies have expressed interest in trying to build the Golden Dome. Reuters recently reported that Elon Musk's SpaceX and two partner firms have emerged as frontrunners to win a crucial part of the Golden Dome program that would track incoming missiles. However, Musk later refuted the report in a post on Israel's Iron Dome is a highly advanced missile defense system designed to protect against short-range rockets, artillery shells, and mortars fired from distances between 4 and 70 kilometers, since its deployment in 2011. It has become a cornerstone of Israel's security, intercepting around 90% of rockets targeted at populated areas. The system operates through three main components working seamlessly together. First, a sophisticated radar detects and tracks incoming projectiles, calculating their speed, trajectory, and likely impact point. This data is sent to the Battle Management and Control System, or BMC, which acts as the system's brain, quickly determining if the incoming threat is headed toward a populated area or critical infrastructure if the threat is deemed significant. The BMC commands the missile firing units to launch Tamir interceptor missiles. Each Iron Dome battery consists of 3 to 4 launchers, each loaded with 22 missiles. These interceptors are equipped with advanced guidance systems and fragmentation warheads designed to explode near the incoming rocket, destroying it mid-air and minimizing damage on the ground. The system's mobility allows batteries to be repositioned as needed, providing flexible coverage across Israel's relatively compact territory. Iron Dome's success lies in its ability to discriminate between threats that will cause harm and those that will fall harmlessly in open areas, conserving interceptor missiles and maximizing effectiveness. It operates in all weather conditions, day or night, and has been credited with saving thousands of lives during multiple conflicts. In contrast, the proposed Golden Dome missile defense shield for the United States represents a fundamentally different challenge. The U.S. faces a far broader and more complex threat environment. Instead of short-range rockets, it must defend against intercontinental ballistic missiles, or ICBMs, traveling at hypersonic speeds, as well as advanced cruise and hypersonic missiles. A big part of that difference is the size of the landmass that needs to be protected. Israel is more than 400 times smaller than the United States, and it's mostly a flat desert that's easy to defend. Jeffrey Lewis of the Middlebury Institute says Iron Dome fundamentally is designed to deal with slow-moving, short-range projectiles. It's the difference between a kayak and a battleship. For the most part, it shoots at missiles and rockets fired from near the border that can typically fly just tens of miles. Golden Dome would need to integrate space-based sensors and interceptors to track and neutralize missiles traveling through and from space. This leap in technology is necessary to cover the vast and diverse geography of the United States, which is hundreds of times larger than Israel. The Iron Dome is a proven, localized defense system, while the Golden Dome aims to be a comprehensive, multi-layered shield with unprecedented reach and capability. In essence, the Iron Dome protects cities and towns from regional rocket attacks, while the Golden Dome is envisioned to defend an entire nation from strategic missile threats, marking a new era in missile defense technology. To counter these threats, experts argue that Golden Dome must rely on base defense technologies. Laura Grego, a defense expert, emphasizes the challenges of such a system. You need a lot of things in space in order to have them at the right place at the right time. A study suggested around 16,000 based interceptors would be required to handle a missile salvo, a number that now seems more feasible due to advancements in satellite technology. SpaceX's Starlink constellation, with nearly 7,000 satellites already in orbit, is seen as a potential model for Golden Dome. However, Elon Musk has expressed reservations about SpaceX's involvement in this project. Our strong preference would be to stay focused on taking humanity to Mars. If the president asks us to help in this regard, we will do so. But I hope that other companies can do this. Parallelly, Booz Allen Hamilton has proposed a 2,000 satellite network for the Golden Dome, which it estimates could be completed for around $25 billion, including research and development costs. The cost will include the R&D, etc., says Trey Obering, senior advisor at Booz Allen. However, Lewis warns that the actual cost could be much higher and ongoing maintenance would add $4 to $5 billion annually. Skeptics warn that the project could escalate tensions further with China and Russia rapidly expanding their nuclear arsenals in response. We will end up with vastly larger Russian and Chinese nuclear forces. We will end up with the Russians and the Chinese having all kinds of crazy sci-fi weapons. In short, we will end up spending tens, if not hundreds of billions of dollars to be in, at best, the same place we are today, and most likely a much worse place, as analysts point out. The introduction of Golden Dome could spark a new arms race, particularly if adversaries develop countermeasures, including nuclear weapons capable of neutralizing U.S. satellite defenses. We have a responsibility to act. We will continue to do everything we must do. World War III has never been closer than it is right now. People have seen that the system has been broken. We have people on the ground working around the clock. Wake up. Listen to the international community. Time has come to change this. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.